It's Wellness Wednesday. Y'all see this? I'm in the airport. I've had an interesting few days, and that's what the show is going to be about. When pressure arises and flowing through it, because y'all, these last few days have been crazy, okay? But it's interesting that if I would have went through what I'm going through today about a year ago, I honestly wouldn't have known how to flow through it. So before we start, I'm Cherette. Hey. I am with Just Be Healthy Now. Follow me, y'all see it. Don't play. On Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. So I do Wellness Wednesdays every Wednesday. And today I want to talk to you guys about life and how to flow through it when pressure arises. I was going to talk about something else, but today I'm in the airport buying a ticket thinking I'm on time. And Mama Ro hit me up like, yo, where you at? And I'm like, what? I'm in a different time zone. I didn't even know. So it's just a continuation of my day yesterday. So I just wanted to give you guys the message. Yesterday was crazy. Okay. It was just crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. But so much stuff happened. And as everything was happening, it was interesting that my perception of everything remained okay, what next? So my mindset before, something would happen to me and I'd be like, oh, I can't believe this happened to me. I can't believe I got a flat tire, because I did. I had to wait 3 hours to get it put on, and it was cold and they didn't get done till 1:30 in the morning. But I would have been like, oh, why am I getting this flat tire? Why is this happening? And honestly, it was such a relief to look at it. I have a friend, Natasha Allridge. If y'all don't know her, go check her out. She is a business coach, and she helps people with their passions turn it into millions. Y'all hear me, millions. But she told me once, I was talking to her, and she told me that whenever she's going through, whenever things start to seem like it's a lot of pressure, those are the times when she knows she's on the brink of a breakthrough. Y'all, I'm about to have a breakthrough. Because it's so much pressure. Now, if y'all been following me, y'all know, I think November, it was the end of October, my grandma, she transitioned. And ever since then, I've been feeling this immense amount of pressure. And for the first time, I can't say that it's in a bad way, but pressure nonetheless. It's like if you're going through birthing a baby, right? Like the pressure is super productive. You want to have it to birth a baby, but it's still uncomfortable, right? But here's the beauty of birthing. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I keep looking away, y'all. Let me look at y'all. I'm like in a new environment. Like, what's going on? So I have not birthed any children yet, and I'm very excited that I will be meeting someone who loves me immensely, and I love them, and we start a family together. But when I birth, I desire to have an orgasmic birth. And it's funny that I want this because you can take the same principle of orgasmic birthing and put it into your life. And when you do that, you will see that even if nothing changes, everything will change. And what I mean by that is like last night, when you get a flat tire in the middle of the night, it'll still happen, but it won't feel like the end of the world. It won't feel like this is a breaking point. It feels like what it is, a tire that's busted and you need to get it fixed. Orgasmic birth is when a woman is able to birth a child, her child, through an orgasm, or we should say pleasure, because every woman does not reach orgasm. It's kind of the same. It's the same theory as when you're having sex. Like every woman's not going to orgasm during sex. But the basis of it is taking this moment that we have been preached to over and over. Oh, babies hurt. This is if you think about all the baby having scenes in Hollywood, y'all would think a bitch is dying. Okay. Like every time you see a woman birth a baby on in Hollywood, it's like a monster is coming up out of her and she's about to die. She's like yelling at people like, you did this to me. Blah, blah. And honestly, if you perceive birthing a child like that, it's going to hurt you mentally and you're probably going to look like the monster on TV. However, it has been studied that through orgasmic birth, if you come into birthing as a pleasurable experience, that you can birth through pleasure. Scientifically, this makes sense because, and I'm just using this as an example because it's so easy to see, y'all. Y'all know what be happening when babies be birthing, you know what I'm saying? So you have the child coming down the birth canal, and the same muscles that a woman has to use when the uterus is contracting and they push out the baby is the same muscles that are used during orgasm. Not to get too graphic, but when a woman is orgasming, the yoni, it contracts, right? So that's that same motion that's happening when baby's ready to make their beautiful entrance. So here's the thing. If you go into the situation of birthing and you haven't practiced breath work, you haven't practiced, like maybe smile meditation is an awesome tool. You actually have to practice being in moments of what could be perceived pain and actually get that moment into pleasure in your mind. So you do that over and over. I mean, with small things. Like one of the things that I've been doing lately is when I'm in the gym and I'm doing push-ups or I'm lifting weights and it starts to burn and hurt, I smile. I'm like, this feels amazing. Yay. Look at me pumping weight, getting abs. And I just smile. Nothing, I don't have to say anything. I just smile. And automatically, when you smile, literally you are sending your body signals. So automatically you start to relax a little more. You'll feel that when you're lifting weights, you can go a little bit longer. The pain is subsiding just from a smile. And so I practice it in the gym. I practice it during yoga. When I'm in a yoga pose and it's like, bitch, you ain't done this in a minute, I'd be like, smile. And if I could tell you guys, the difference is freaking crazy. Like our brains literally are the motherboard to our bodies. And if you don't know what a motherboard is, it's like the central location that controls everything on a computer. So your mind can literally have you perceiving things different because pain is something that is not absolute. I know I've talked about this. Pain is literally perception. Okay, pleasure and pain. All right. So I'm in the airport at Denver, y'all. They like, y'all need a mask and don't spread Rona. So excuse the whatever you call that, the announcements, because I'm still sitting at the airport. I just landed. See, which Denver actually has. I don't think you guys can see that. It's like this big top situation. I feel like I'm at a circus. Anyway, pleasure and pain. It's a a neurological response, right? So if you think of two nerve endings, the pain and the pleasure is in the middle. They don't actually connect. And so what that means is your brain has to perceive the connection. Get it? So if you perceive it as pain, it's actually going to be more painful. If you perceive it as pleasure, it'll actually be more pleasurable. I say all that to say you can use this in life. In life, the same exact thing can happen to you at the same exact moment. And you can literally tell your brain to perceive it different, be more present in the moment, and flow right on through that thing. Okay? Now, it's not something that just comes overnight. You have to practice and practice. Like when your son or daughter comes in the house and they throw dirt all over the place, it's a moment you have to decide, hey, right now, I am going to be present in this moment and perceive this as a child throwing dirt. Not an attack on me or my time, and not necessarily bad. You can choose to sit down with them and have a conversation and mellow it out and flow right on through it. In that situation, you feel better. Now, the same thing happens. Your daughter, your son comes in and they throw dirt everywhere, okay? And then you choose to react. Instead of being present in the moment, you react and you're like, what are you guys doing? You're so crazy. Why would you do that? Why would you throw it? That is just madness. Blah, blah, blah. And then the kids get mad and they start screaming. And the dog starts running and he spills dirt all over the place. Now it is a mess. Everything is a mess. And the reason why is not because of what happened, is not because your child came in and threw the dirt. It's because in the moment, there was no flow. There was only chaos. And so in chaos, we can choose to be in the moment of chaos and flow through it or participate in it. There's no other option. So I'm going to just use me as an example. Last night, I thought I had a flight, okay? The person who was supposed to book it didn't. And I found this out late at night, okay? So I'm like, yo, I got to get a plane ticket because I'm supposed to be here right now where y'all see me at right now. The reason why I'm late, and I'm just telling y'all a story. I'm going to be honest with y'all. The reason why I'm late on Wellness Wednesday is because I was supposed to have been here, okay? Well, apparently I was supposed to be here right now, but I was planning on being here earlier, set up in the hotel room, and like calm, cool, and collected with me a glass of sparkling wine, okay, to talk to y'all about Wellness Wednesdays and all of my wellness flow, honey, okay? But chaos happened, and I flowed right through it. You know why? Because I'm chilling. Do I look worried? No, because I'm not. I'm over here flowing. It was a disaster yesterday. Not only did I have to buy a ticket, my ticket went up. I had to get another flight. I had to connect because I was going to come here without a connection. Then, as I'm leaving the airport, getting the connection because it's COVID. So at the airport, they was closed anyway. Dummy mission. Leaving the airport, I get a flat tire. They don't come till 1. The flight that I do end up getting leaves at 9. So I got to go to sleep real quick, get up and catch my flight. So I said I wasn't going to tell y'all, and I did. Y'all see how that happened? But that's what happened. And then today I'm cooling. Okay, cool. And yeah, I miss Wellness Wednesday. And so this is the chaos. But because I'm able to flow inside of it, it's just passing. Now, I am in the space where it's like I need to cleanse myself and ground myself because why the fuck is all this happening? But also it's not making me teeter from my plans. I'm not agitated. I'm not angry about what's happening. I don't feel like anything happened to me. I'm not like, oh, like I wasn't flustered. When I got the text message from Mama Ro, I was like, oh, well, guess I'll just sit my ass down and do Wellness Wednesdays. You know, you just flow through it. And so, with this new state of mind that I have, what I'm realizing is that life is but a dream. Like, literally. I feel so much lighter. My body's less stressed. I don't feel stressed about anything. It's just it's just a flow. And I feel really, really, really good in the midst of all the chaos. Even though I barely got any sleep last night, I still got work done on the plane that I was supposed to do last night when everything was going down. So a year ago, let me tell y'all, I would have been crying by now. I would have been crying. Y'all, last year around this time, excuse me. Whew, I'm telling you, I ain't sleep last night. Last year around this time, I was going to Vipassana. And that changed my life. It made me see how everything in life I participate in, all of my misery, all of my chaos, all of my joy, all of my happiness, all of the love, I'm at the center of it all because it's my life. I'm the author. And that put things into perspective for me. Not only understanding that, but being gracious to myself and understanding that I'm only human. That it's okay that I trusted someone to book my flight and they didn't. It's okay that I had another flight and I mistook the time. It's okay that my tire went flat even though I saw a nail in it the day before and I just forgot to go get it changed. Where they doing that at, y'all? But I did it. And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay because I'm human. And so one of the biggest things that I am really flowing with is the fact that I'm human. I get to be human. And that's okay. That's how you flow through it. You perceive something in, I don't even want to say positivity, but I mean it is positive. You just see things for what they are and you look at them objectively and you be gracious to yourself. I don't know how many times I preach this on here, but y'all gonna have to hear me say this all the time. I live by this. Whatever happens in your life, in order to flow through it, you have to take responsibility, accountability. But taking accountability for things does not mean beating up on yourself. Taking responsibility means, hey, I saw a nail in my tire and I forgot to go and change it. Therefore, I got a flat tire and I had to wait 3 hours for it to get changed and pay $175. I lied. I didn't pay that. But my boo did. You see how God be shining down on me, y'all? I'm taken care of. But here's the thing. Even for me to be in a space with someone who would help me take care of that, I literally had to start looking at life different. I got out of a relationship last year and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I felt like I was unlovable. Like like maybe I'm just too fucked up to be loved. Like I got in a relationship with my current lover and I used to ask him all the time, like, why the fuck do you want to be with me? Like, I don't understand. And through our relationship, he has been so gracious to me and explaining, like, because you're the shit. Now get up on your high horse and ride that shit. But I just felt really, really unlovable. And after Vipassana, I had to take a look at that. Like, what is my accountability in me feeling unlovable? And what it was that I wasn't loving myself. And no one can love you without you loving you. And so when I got that download, it started to get easier. I'm just giving you guys examples of perception. Because when I felt unlovable and I was with somebody, it felt like my world was going to end. I was literally waking up every day crying on the edge of the bed crying. It seems like it was so long ago because I'm happy now, but it was a difficult time for me because it was my first real relationship and I knew I had to end it, and I couldn't perceive how to get through it, and I was so depressed. Oh God, I was so depressed. And so when my perception changed, when I was like, "Oh, I just need to love myself," my mantra in that relationship became, I have to love myself enough to let this love go. I have to be gracious enough to myself to let this go. I have to understand that I'm a human. I have to understand that the woman who I am today couldn't have chose a man who needed what I needed at the time. Me and my ex-lover were perfect when we got together, but by the end of my relationship, I needed to work on communication. And his communication style triggered me. And that doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's a wonderful guy. He even loves me. Go figure. Me perceiving that I was unlovable made me also perceive that he didn't love me. That is not true. Okay? I understand now that he has an immense amount of love for me, but I couldn't receive it and I couldn't see it because I didn't love myself. Now, if you can see the difference in that perception, y'all, it's such a difference in perception. And it made it so much easier for me to transition out of that relationship and into my current relationship, that I'm learning so much. I'm learning how to be loved and I'm learning how to love. And if I would have been in this scenario with the same mindset last year, not only would I would have broke down crying, I would have had chaos inside. I would have participated in the chaos. I wouldn't have had someone who supported me, who was like, you know what, babe, you mentioned that nail when I was in the car, and I should have caught that. That was my bad. Let me handle this for you. I felt so loved in that moment. And so my perception allowed me to open up to love, and it allowed love to come in the scenario. So as fucked up as last night was, I learned so much love. I felt so much love and compassion for myself from my partner. And it's really all because I chose to perceive the chaos objectively. I was like, okay, so this chaos is occurring. How do I flow through this? I had to take a few breaths. I had to shake my head a little. But at the end of the day, when chaos arises, you can choose to let your hands up and surrender and flow through it. You do not have to participate in the chaos. That little tiny little shift in perception will change your life. I know, because look at me right now. I'm sitting with my things in an airport, flowing through the chaos. I'm telling y'all from experience. So when you have chaos, know that that is just pressure. And if you can just flow through it, right on the other side of that, it's a breakthrough, it's a level up. When we feel these moments of pressure and chaos, it is literally a test. God, Allah, the Almighty, Yah, nobody, whoever y'all believe in, up there sitting like,
For your safety and the safety of others, please wear a face mask or covering while in the airport and provide 6 feet of space between you and others when possible. Thank you for your cooperation.
they got to make sure y'all wearing these masks out here in the Denver airport, okay? But God is sitting up there like, I wonder how they gonna handle this one. And if you get mixed up in the chaos, they're like, all right, I'm gonna get you again. I'm gonna try that again. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the next moment. Maybe it's another year, another month, but you have to take the test again. And if you're able to flow through it, they're like, yo, good job. You get your coins and you level up. I love to look at life as a game, y'all. As much as it ain't no game, it is such a game, right? If you're playing Super Mario and you jump and you miss the gold coins, you don't kill yourself. Where they do that at? No, because you know why? Because maybe if you keep going, you can get a mushroom and get bigger, and then it's easier to get your stars. Bling, 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 bling. Same thing in life. Every time you are in the midst of chaos and pressure, and you're able to flow through it, that turns into prosperity. That turns into your triumph. That turns into that story that people will pay you for, or their lives are changed because of it. Your, what they say in church, your test becomes your testimony. Mm. Y'all better hear that good word. Somebody say hallelujah. Mm. But that's real spill, okay? Inside of everything that's going on, you have the choice. You can make this a test that you fail, that you got to take over again, or you can flow right through that bitch and be like, hey, I surrender because I'm passing this thing. I'm flowing through it. I'm going to be prosperous. I'm going to be blessed. I'm going to be abundant. I'm going to do this. This is going to be the moment where I can be human, allow myself to be human and flow through this. And you know what? It's not even that bad that I had to get a tire change in 3 hours. I got a pretty good ass nap. You know what I'm saying? You have that choice. Why this is so important, and I talk about this all the time when dealing with health, because in health, we always are taught to go to someone else. If your back hurt, go to a chiropractor. You got sleepy legs, go to a massage therapist. You have a tight chest, go to the hospital. Now, don't be out here not going to stuff because I'm saying this. Everybody has their place. But I want all of us, me included, to get to a place where we understand that everything you need to be healthy right now, y'all see what I did there? It's inside of you. Just be healthy now. Just be healthy right now. Health is a decision. It is a reprogram of the mind. When you reprogram your mind how to think, you can reprogram your mind on how to eat, how to move, how to love. In order for you to be your healthiest self, all you have to do is start in your mind. Love yourself. Change your thoughts. Be gracious to yourself. That's what healthy is. It's not going to the gym, pumping iron, and eating chicken breast all damn day. That's how I started losing weight, y'all, by the way. That's why I always be like eating chicken breast. When I first started losing weight, I used to be 350 pounds. And I started losing weight, and I was like, you know what? And get some chicken breast from Costco and eat that all the time, and I'm gonna lose weight. And I did, but I wasn't healthy. And so I want to separate the two. Healthy is healing. Weight loss is weight loss. Okay. So that's my spiel for the day. I want to tell you guys a big announcement before I go. Since I've been coming on to Wellness Wednesdays, I have been so grateful that Mama Ro has invited me into this space. Y'all are holding space for your girl and you don't even know it, okay? When I started Wellness Wednesdays, I knew that I wanted to go into health and wellness, and I wanted to share with my community my journey of healing. Through this journey, I have decided to focus my services on women who are over 300 pounds. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we need help, y'all. Shit. A lot of people have never reached the point in their life when they have been over 300 pounds. And it's so hard to start the journey because when I was 350 pounds, I was in a office building, and I had lost 60 pounds, and no one was like, "Oh yeah, you look good." Everyone knew I was going to the gym, but it was like, okay, she's going to the gym. This lady came in, and she was about, I think she said she was like 150 pounds. No, she was 180 pounds, and she went down to 150. Y'all, when I say she walked in and the office blew up, like, "Ah, you look so good," and I'm like, I lost double the weight, and no one noticed. Reason why I'm niching down on here, because I understand the experience. When you're over 300 pounds, it's so much harder for your journey because of how other people perceive it. They just perceive you as fat. It doesn't matter if you lost. I've lost 150 pounds and people still question me on how much I weigh. And it's not until I tell them that I was 350 pounds that they can put into perspective my health journey, and then they give me my accolades of health. This is a problem. Okay. And so it's so hard to be in this space. I want to talk to people about loving yourself and flowing through the process of healing, but specifically when you get over 300 pounds. So that's my spill, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. You're going to see my content shift towards that. My messages are still going to reign true for everyone, but I want to show love to my community, and I've been there and I understand it. I understand what it's like to get on a plane and not fit in the seat and have to hug yourself for 3 hours because you don't want to go over the seat and touch someone. I understand what it's like to have to buy pants every fucking month because your thighs are so big that they rub against each other and you have holes in all your pants. And everyone doesn't get that. So, in the midst of my chaotic journey of trying to figure out what Just Be Healthy Now is, I have settled on Be Healthy Now is the journey. And I want you guys to remember this, what I'm speaking about today, flow through the chaos. Even when I'm talking to people over 350 pounds and people just see them as fat, even though they just lost 20 pounds, flowing through that chaos helps. We have to get back to us. Everything else doesn't matter. If you know that you're doing good and you're being human today and you're flowing through some shit, big up yourself. Okay? The best way to flow through the pressure and the chaos is to be kind to yourself, love on yourself, and go with the flow, baby. Y'all see that? That's the flow I'm going with. All right? All right. Thank y'all for watching me. It's been a day. I'm about to go have a drink and settle down in my hotel room and have a nap, maybe. I don't know. But I will definitely see y'all next Wednesday. I'll be flying back to Atlanta, so I'll be at home, y'all. I don't know what time it is, okay? So catch me there. Follow me all social media. Just Be Healthy Now. Just the letter B, no E. Just Be Healthy Now. You can see it right there. And if you can, go to my website and sign up for my email list. All right? Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Toodles.